it's me,
What's going on,
Jennifer.
YouTube?
I have my brother here with me today. His name is Jonathan. I am
That's me.
I am the light of the Leo. I am so happy to be here. Y'all bear with me as I start this process of sharing this video with all my cool friends, family, and loved ones because, I love to have the homies in the mix for the videos. So I'm going to send this to my peoples. But anywho, just a quick one. How are you doing? How's your afternoon, Jonathan?
My afternoon's going great. I actually just got back from doing some shopping, my weekly shopping for my groceries and whatnot. Thankfully, it was supposed to be raining today, but thankfully the rain did not come because I didn't want that gloominess hanging over us or anything like that. But
Yeah.
yeah, today was a great day. I can't wait to get into P Valley after we end this video.
Yeah, I've
Um,
already seen some stuff. Like, I need to get off of Facebook because I've already seen some stuff about it.
Right. Yeah, I had to try to not look at every single review on YouTube. Like I already saved them to my watch later, but I haven't
Yeah.
watched any of them yet. And that's the weird thing about mommy. Mommy likes to watch reviews before she watches the show. And I'm like, okay, that's pretty different.
She
But
just
but
likes to know what to expect, I guess.
right, yeah, mommy doesn't like surprises. So,
Oh, and that is so true. She don't do that.
no, she don't.
But welcome. Once again, I am delighted of the Leo. Just doing my best to spread my sunshine. Speaking of spread sunshine, this thing got me bright as F. So just okay, there we go. That's much better.
Now we can see
Anywho,
it.
okay. Jeez Louise. Now I can see. But this is my ongoing YouTube series, My Struggle to Be Me. I know that we all have our struggles being present and being ourselves in different spaces. And I'm pretty sure people can relate. So I just thought that I'd talk about it and continue you guys to look through my Struggle to Be Me videos. I have a good number of them now. I feel starting to feel like Sunday night at 9 is my time.
That's what
So
it's looking like.
if you want to catch me live next time, you'll see me 9-ish, of course, so that you can be live with me, being in the comments. But while you're watching, just go ahead and take a little bit of time to do thumbs ups on my video today, especially if you're on YouTube. And also on the Facebook, say hey, you know what I'm saying? Talk to me, let me know what's up. Is there some loud music where you are?
No, I hear the music in the background, but that's the only music that I hear.
I think that's me. Oh well, anywho,
I was going to say maybe it's your neighbors. I don't know.
I think it's my neighbors. And that's okay. Live life, party.
Right.
Anywho,
Okay.
okay.
You only
That's
live
one
once,
thing.
child.
Okay. And that's actually going to be another video. The live and let live thing. I'm just gonna have to talk about that in the future. But today's topic is the support system. The support system to keep me accountable, to help me make sure that I am in a space where I'm remaining authentic to myself, doing a good job, not shying away. Like for me to say that when I step into spaces and and people think that I am a quiet person, Jonathan would look at me and say, "Wait," because that's not how I've presented myself to my little brother all of my life.
Right.
I've never been that, but in different spaces, that's what I certainly am. And how has it been hearing stuff like that? Like
Well, as you saw the reaction on my face when you previously or initially rather made that note, I was like, "What?" Yeah, it's surprising, but it at the same time it really doesn't surprise me because that's something that we do have in common. I was actually going to ask you, like, how do you feel about me kind of, closing off in those spaces. Like, for instance, when we were in Perfected Praise, that I rarely talked. And so, was that weird for you? Did you ever want to encourage me to try to, come out of my shell? Did you know why I was that way?
I didn't know why per se,
Wow.
but I kind of felt you though, because it really wasn't me to start off loud and open and myself in new spaces as well. Um, to be honest, in that space, I wasn't always myself. I can say that. I can
Okay.
say I wasn't always there. I was usually quiet. Um,
Unless
but
you were
it
sitting next to Brittany. Now y'all would chit chat up a
oh yeah,
storm.
yeah, shit, whew, child.
The two mothers of the group. Yes.
Yes, it was there was a certain connection that was there, and we always had great conversation. But
And her sister was the one that reattached my locks. Crazy.
craziness.
Crazy.
But I think it would okay. I would say in that space, oh Jonathan, in that space, I don't feel that they knew me all that well,
Hmm.
but it's not like I made sure that they did. That makes sense?
It does. It does. It's like they didn't know you, and that's because you did not allow them to.
So I couldn't be mad. I wasn't mad.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I didn't feel away.
Okay.
So yeah, that's how it was in that space. It's like I can't get upset that people don't know who I am off rip if I'm not showing that.
Right.
So that's why in that space I knew they didn't know me, but it's my fault.
And to be honest, Jennifer, I didn't notice that you were quieter than usual. To be honest, I felt like you were actually kind of being yourself for the most part. And so again, with you revealing that you were actually holding back, again, it's a little bit of a surprise to me.
And I think, oh Lord, it's kind of difficult because that group was a group that had a nucleus that grew up together.
Right.
So they knew each other. So to all I felt like I could do is just, be myself every once in a while and, not really expect anything that I say to really matter.
Okay. I get it. I get it.
So I took that space for what it was. It was certainly enjoyable because well, I wouldn't be there as long as I was
Right.
if I didn't like it. Like that's
Exactly, because we were voluntarily there.
absolutely. So yeah, that was it was a outlet that did not necessarily involve everybody involved.
But
Does
that
that
really
make
wasn't
sense?
that really wasn't the space for you to be out loud and be, be that. It didn't call
Yeah,
for it didn't call for that. We were supporting players in a larger thing that was going
interesting.
on. So yeah.
And I certainly agree. But when it comes to me being in spaces like that and just like we talked about that experience, do you see my part?
I see all of your scalp,
And let me
Jennifer.
child. Oh my gosh.
Girl.
Whew. Anyway,
Honey.
so so I did gravitate towards people, of course. And as you could hear, as we talked about it, Brittany was a safe space for me, a supporting player in that moment where I felt comfortable being me. But to take it all the way back to freaking middle school,
Mm,
I didn't get in elementary school, I've always kind of felt like a loner. Um there were some people that were like really we would play, in recess, know what I mean? We'd be cool, but I never felt like I was we were there, you know what I'm saying? It's like there'd be two friends and I'd be the third wheel. You know what I'm saying?
right.
Um, but it wasn't until my 7th grade year in middle school I really connected with somebody. Her name is Cece Parker. And what was so special about her in the beginning is that I was the only black girl trumpet player in band.
Mm,
I wanted to quit band. Mommy had to tell me this, but mommy didn't let me because she paid for that trumpet. So
right.
you
You gonna
about
use
to
it, girl.
you gonna be using that trumpet. So so God blessed me with Cece in middle school, and we were so close. To be honest, I still feel close to her. It's just that we don't talk as often. We're
Right.
horrible with being on the phone, but no matter what space and time that we've been in,
Come on.
we've always been good. The love has always been there.
Right.
She was the one that she taught me how to flirt with niggas. Ooh, dudes. She taught me she taught me how to drink. She taught me
Wow.
like a lot, and she knew me for who I was. So when we were in different spaces, she'd help me be me.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
That was one. Another really good friend of mine was Jabare, not was, is Jabare. He
When did you guys meet?
we met when I was working at Bose, which was like a
Oh.
really weird time in my life. In between the time I wasn't in college anymore because I ain't had no degree, but I was still, talking to Tyrone. So I guess that was worth it.
Okay.
Um, and Jabari, he was just cool dude. We would talk on the line. You know what I'm saying? And
Okay.
we eventually, after work, we'd go out and drink, and we got off at like 1,
Okay. Okay.
I think. So, be prime time to have beverages and stuff.
Okay.
We would always go outside of that eventually. And then he introduced me to his other friend, Mike. So the three of us, we would go out. And an amazing thing about our friendship was that when one was broke and didn't have a job, the other would be like, "Come on, let's go to the movies. I got you." Or "Let's go to eat. I got you."
Yeah.
And that happened multiple times. And after having conversation with Jabari, we realized that we were in a state of depression that whole
Wow.
time. That whole time, and we were keeping each other up. And it's not like we were just going out to eat, talking. No, we would laugh, Jonathan.
Mm-hmm.
Laugh and laugh and laugh and laugh. That's why it was so easy to come together and spend a lot of time, because we were each other's outlet. The three of us would come together and just enjoy ourselves. And I'm not too sure how I would have made it, especially with me being in a new relationship with Tyrone at the time,
Mm-hmm.
long distance relationship at that. I don't know how he would have made it. Thank God for Jabari, because I would have had him pretend like he was my boyfriend, like if we ever went to the club or a bar or whatever, and he would, protect and stuff like that. Very good. And he was yet another person that helped me to be me, or like I want to say like validated my
Mm.
amazingness. You know what I'm saying? I'm freaking awesome. I say it out loud, but sometimes I wonder if people see that. I
True
mean,
that. True that.
um,
I think
go
they
ahead.
see it. I think it. I think it shows.
Thanks.
I'm more than positive that it shows.
I
At least I
appreciate.
see it.
Oh, Joseph said support system is the difference between life and death, between help in a minute or 5 years. You got that right. Um, and of course, another huge part of my support system that I've always had, of course, are my parents
Yeah.
and Jonathan. And sometimes you feel the way like, you know, they love me. They speak so highly of me. And you know, I guess it takes believing in yourself
Right.
to really believe the hype that your family has for you.
Agreed.
And Um, child, I can't say the last one. Another one, of course, is the husband, Tyrone. He's ugh, a great relationship.
I was about to say, I don't think we have enough time for you to get into Tyrone, child.
I ain't gonna go deep. Like I said, I told you, before, I'm going to have specific videos about all these people to really go
Right.
in depth to talk about the true impact that they've had on my life. But
Hmm.
Tyrone, I'll just give one thing about him. As I was going through the process of finding myself, he didn't see it as me pulling away from him. You know
Mm.
what I'm saying?
Hmm.
He encouraged and pushed me to find me and to really dig me for
Gotcha.
who I am. And because sometimes you can't even believe your own hype. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
But I got to a space where I started to believe it. And when I started to believe it, he started to push me even more. And that, my dear, is how that should be. What are your thoughts on that?
Absolutely. As far as I'm concerned, of course, I had a very different going at it. Of course, the growing up in elementary school, I really didn't have too many friends until about like the fourth and fifth grade. That's when I joined the chorus, and that's
Mm-hmm.
when I became friends with Cody and Will. They were like my bestest friends from fifth grade all the way until eighth grade, because after that, all of us quit chorus. Um, but yeah, it was great to have those friends. And like, the thing is, like, my sexuality never really came up in any conversations with those two guys ever.
You were
Like,
just Jonathan.
to this day, we've never talked about my sexuality at all, and
And
that's really crazy to me right now. Just thinking about it, like that's
wow.
that's crazy to me. But they were my friends. And even I don't think I ever got teased around them necessarily, because most
Mhm.
of the time when we were together, we were either on the bus, or we were in chorus class, so they really didn't see what was going on in the hallways in between classes or
Yeah.
in other classes that I had with other bullies. But I will say though, one of the first friends that I was able to really kind of be my true authentic self with was Trevor Abel.
Mhm.
We became friends in the ninth grade, in marching band. And because I had seen her around other gay guys, like some gay guys from the color guard, I
Mhm.
knew that she was okay with the gays. And so I was like, oh, okay. And I really can't remember how we really connected. Like, I really
Yeah.
can't think of it, because I know that I didn't approach her, because I would never approach anyone, at least at that time.
Sure
But
wouldn't.
but I'm sure she
Mhm.
came to me. I remember like one day I was watching football, and I just decided to say, "Oh, that dude is fine," and like and she had no reaction whatsoever. And then eventually, I was able to do the same with Lenora, who is my bestest friend. Period. And the thing with Lenora is, like, I know that the love that we have is the same that you have with Cece.
Yeah.
No matter how long it's been since we've talked, every time that we come together,
And I
it
mean
is a
never a falling
good
out, no nothing.
time. And like the laughter that we share, like the laughter, girl, that we share, is on like a whole other level. And like
Mm.
the thing is, as far as my sexuality is concerned, she doesn't really fully understand it. She just doesn't. And the thing is, like, I have to accept that, because the thing is, I know that she loves me for me, and
Yeah.
that's all that matters. That is completely all that matters. And then of course Lolita as well. She loves me, and of course
She
I
loves you like a fat kid love cake.
she
Well, I'll tell you,
does.
when she came to come see, she was so nervous. Oh, God bless her. When she came to come see you while she was sick, while you were, healing.
I was in
That's
the
the
midst
word.
of it. I
You were in
was
the midst of
smack
healing,
dab in the midst of it.
and we kind of did our best to prepare her
Right,
for what
right.
she was going to see. And she took it like a champ. She came up in there, she talked to you just like any normal person should do.
Right.
And yeah, yeah,
I,
she's
re-
beautiful.
I I still remember that time because it was a little bit awkward for me because I felt that I was not myself and I knew why I felt like I was not myself and I
Mhm.
didn't want to present anything but that to Lolita. However, I didn't feel like I had the strength to. But of course,
You tried. You
right? Yeah,
tried.
yeah, yeah. I did. But of course, Lolita understood, and because she knows me, so she understood what I was going through. So love you, Lita. Love you with all of my heart, and also my boy Tim, like Timothy, like he treated
Wow.
me like a brother. He treated me like a brother, and
Mm,
man, to be like I appreciated that so much.
yeah.
Because with Tim being the total complete 100% opposite, 180-degree opposite
Okay.
of me, like Tim is
Okay.
like your neighborhood thug, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And
Yeah.
you would think he was trapping or whatever. You know what? But
Or
we
maybe he
still
was.
that's a possibility. But
You never know.
but we still spent
Yes.
quality time together. He came over to our house like multiple times before Youth Extravaganza practice. And, even like, I think maybe it was like 2 or 3 years ago, I just, he added me on Instagram and I just thanked him for treating me like a
A
brother
human
and
being,
not like
yes.
I was this disgusting gay guy. And it was, and I couldn't appreciate that more.
And just to quickly say, I believe that might have happened simply because you okay, when people are in the presence of homosexual people, I don't know, it's the weirdest thing. Some men believe that every gay man is gonna try to hit on them and stuff like that.
Right.
He's grown up with you, and he's seeing you for who you are. So, I mean, hey,
And I don't know if that really ever crossed his mind,
me neither. Especially
to be
and
honest.
that's the same thing, like, with me. When you grow up with it, this is all I know of him.
Right, 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 right.
So, he's never not been that. So, yeah, Tyrone I mean, Joseph said, "For Tyrone, we need a whole week off." Okay.
Agreed, agreed. At least
That is
five
true.
five videos at a minimum.
At a minimum, yes, he has given a whole lot. But of course I must mention Joseph. Joseph came into my life. It's only been like 2 years, if that. And we have gained such a strong relationship, and we've talked about that so much, and the reason why we realized the reason why it got so strong so fast, and why is it so good, is because it's a transaction.
Hmm.
It's pouring into on both sides. It's
Right,
never, like sometimes you give a friend time,
right,
and
right,
then you keep on giving a friend time and time. But when it's time for that friend to listen to you, hear you out, or get advice or something like that, you know, that advice might not be there for you.
mm,
So that's really like the most beautiful thing with Joseph. If he needs something, he knows I'm here. He knows I will fuss at him. He knows I will be truthful and not hold back sometimes. So
yeah.
I'll always be truthful. As far as holding back, I'm a reader of a moment. You know what I'm saying? If
Hmm.
you're already on the edge, I'm not going to try to push you off the ledge. You're already close. But
Right,
I'll do my best. I got a good voice to give you truth without slashing you too bad. So I got a good um friend in him, because after I can give it to him, he can give that same loving friendship back to me. So I super
right.
appreciate that, Joseph.
And
Tyrone says a week. Wow. Okay, go ahead.
y- I will have to say another friend that I have to thank for helping me find myself. Kevin Simmons. He has a show on YouTube
Hmm.
called The Scorpion Show. I did not know that I could fit into the LGBTQ plus community until I saw his YouTube show. When I saw Kevin and Mikkel I said, wow, there are guys out there that are just like me. I literally felt like I was the only one who was like me because,
Mm,
of course, I am somewhat effeminate, but I'm not all the way on the other side of the effeminate type. You know what I'm saying? So,
yeah,
we all have, there's a range of that. You know what I'm saying? And so I feel as though
it's a
Kevin and
spectrum.
right, yeah, yeah, yeah. It's all a spectrum, but I feel as though Kevin and Mikhail, we're all kind of on the same level when it comes to that, and then the friendship that we've grown in the last years since '09.
Jeez
um
Louise, we're
it's
old.
been for right, like it's crazy, but and the love that we have for one another, and I feel like I still remember the first time he told me that he loved me on a blog TV, and I was like, oh, I love you too, and so for the love, the love
Uh,
is always amazing.
and I can attest to that. There was a change that came about you when you started to tap into your community, and then
Yeah.
you made me learn. You made me learn, and I appreciate every bit of that.
If you're gonna be on this ride with me, girl, you got to study up, honey.
Sit down and watch
Okay.
all 2 seasons of Noah's Ark and look at this movie right now.
Okay.
And we did, and I
We
enjoyed
did.
it. It's such a learning situation. If you wanna learn more about the community, because a lot of people just don't understand how things work, and that's okay,
Right.
you know?
Especially the African American LGBTQIA plus community. Noah's Ark is your ticket, honey.
It's a great start. Joseph said, "Those slashes hurt." Well, I would say I'm sorry, but I'm not, because sometimes you gotta hear things, and that's okay,
Right.
because, the healing happens quickly. But, I just want to, of course, lastly, since you're here, Jonathan, you are certainly a part of my, uh, accountability for sure, which is why I have you on these shows to keep me accountable, but also to, tell the truth, tell my story, and also I think it's kinda cool you don't know all of it because we weren't always together at all times.
Right.
So,
We're learning. We're
we're
learning
certainly
still.
learning, and this is yet again why I always say we must have the conversation. If we don't, we won't learn,
We
we
won't
won't
know.
grow, and, but yeah, Jonathan, you are just another huge reason why I am able to move forward in these spaces and stand up and be me as much as possible, because it's not easy. you know I just, it's hard because you just want people to know you off bat, but
Right.
it's never going to happen unless you explain who you are, or at least show some kind of personality and things of that nature. So I do my best to put my personality forward, to put my voice forward,
Right.
and this is just yet another space where I can do that. And having you here, I can't say a crutch, but you're certainly um a stepping stool. I appreciate that. You are amazing per usual.
Absolutely. And likewise for you. I appreciate the fact that you know me. And because you know me, you can deal with me through the pettiness that sometimes we've gone through, and we can still come out on the other side still as good as ever. And I appreciate that so much. You have no idea, because when I get in my feelings, Joe Nathan gets in his feelings.
In there.
And it's hard to get me out of it. And eventually I will, but sometimes like you just kind of have to wait for me to get there. And
Yeah.
then once I get there, then we're all good.
Yeah,
But
that's when we walk away. You stay over there with
right,
that.
right. But yes, Jennifer, like you've I can't imagine I can't imagine life. Like I said in another video, I can't imagine life without you, girl. We've
Oh.
been like this. Like I just go back to the many close conversations that we had, especially around the time when I was like 18 or 19. Sometimes we
Mhm.
would go out that time of period. We used to go to the art bar almost what twice a month or three times a month. Like
The
it
art
it
bar.
was it was it's all good. It's all love.
Was
And
that
I just
not a fun time in life?
it
Good
was, and the thing
Lord.
was like I'd hated the music, But you know
Oh,
what?
I
It
enjoyed
was
myself. It
it
was
was
kinda okay, you're right, it was kinda trash.
it wasn't the music that I wanted to listen to. It was like rave music, and I'm not
Yeah.
into like the rave scene
Oh, I'm here
really.
for every bit of it.
Right. But from time to time they will play some upbeat things. And so yeah, it's always wonderful. I can just go on and on and on and on.
Another thing that I will have to, say that I treasure are the times when you come home very much so, inebriated, and you would call me and say, "Hey, Jennifer, are you up?" Being that I'm on I do a really good job of not being sarcastic in that space because I know where you are.
Right.
I don't say, "Of duh," I pick up the phone. I just say, "Yes, I'm up." He said, "Well, I'm coming home with some Sonic.
Yes.
Be up so we can
Right.
talk." And you
Yes.
just and I take advantage of the fact that he's inebriated and laugh.
She definitely does. She definitely does. Commune with your brother while I'm in my state of happiness.
Okay? And just laugh, 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 laugh. Tyrone says, "I love their relationship." Yeah, we're pretty awesome.
Yeah.
But, you guys, I'm saying all of this and had this video to say, hold on to those people that you know get you inside and out and have the niceness, the love to make sure or hold you accountable to be your amazing self as often as possible.
Right. Right.
The name Light of the Leo came from my friend Joseph, that is in the comments. He was putting a mirror to myself, letting me know that I am a light. So that's why I can stand here in my light
Mhm.
and emit the sunshine because I am the light of the Leo. And I hope that you can shine your light, emit, shine it bright, and be you. Because if you're not you, you're not going to be able to touch the people that God wants you to touch.
Right.
You're not going to be able to push forward, or you're not going to be able to exalt the people that you need to get to that space of being in the light.
Right. And you have to remember that God loves you for you and your community loves you for you. So
For
you do not
you.
have to give them the fakeness. You do not have to give them who you want them to see. You can give them your authentic self.
Absolutely. So I encourage you, shine. Be yourself. If you don't feel comfortable doing that right now, lean on your support system.
Right.
If you don't feel like you have a support system, I suggest lean on God and start your process in finding yourself because there's greatness on the other side. Don't
Right.
worry about what other people have to say. And I'll promise that I'll try to not do that too.
Right.
I'll try my best because we can be our own worst enemy when it comes to things like that.
That's
So
true.
I encourage you to shine bright tonight, you and I, honey. Okay,
Oh,
diamonds in the
yes.
sky, that's
Well,
us.
beautiful. Yes.
Beautiful. All right, Joseph said, "You got me quickening." But seriously, continue to shine your light and don't be surprised if people can't take you. It just comes with the territory. It is what it is because there's so
and
many people out there that don't know how to be themselves.
and that is okay. If people can't take you, that is completely fine. There is nothing wrong with you. They just have some more growing to do.
They don't know how to deal with people that's being their authentic self. There's so
Right.
much fakeness out in the world. I live in Atlanta, the land of the fake, the land of the scammer, the land of the
Okay.
identity theft. Okay.
Right.
So I see it pretty often. Some people don't even know who they are to actually emit their own light.
Right.
So I encourage you, find yourself. You're worth finding.
Yes.
I just want to say I love you. I do. I do love you. And I hope that you find yourself and all that you are. I need to go ahead and make some banners for this. I never do. But look at here. What's your thing? JoJo Speaks, ain't it?
Yes, JoJo Speaks is my YouTube channel. So join us every Thursday night at 9:30 p.m. for hot topics and social commentary. Just type in JoJo Speaks into the search bar. It will pop right on up. And make sure you subscribe and share with all of your homies, friends, loved ones, everyone that you know. We trying to get this thing up and out of here, y'all. JoJo Speaks again, YouTube. Check me out, y'all.
Absolutely. If you Joseph said identity theft. Whitehead lives in Atlanta. We're moving forward and we're moving on.
Yes, we is.
If you would like to follow me, you can always follow the Light of the Leo on TikTok as well as Instagram. And if you have my Facebook, you have my Facebook. But the Instagram and Facebook will do, excuse me, the Instagram and TikTok will do for you. And Jonathan, let me find yours. Don't you got stuff like that?
Yes, my Instagram is JoJo underscore 3020. My TikTok is JoJo underscore 3020 underscore. And my Facebook is Jonathan Lee. So just type in Jonathan Lee and you'll find me. No H is JONATHAN, not JOHNTHAN.
Like
That's
the
the way it's
Bible.
spelled in the Bible, y'all.
Okay.
Honey.
Don't get me started. Anywho.
Get you. Girl, I'm the one with the name.
Okay. Well, you a sore spot for me. I will have my first fight over Jonathan. That's for sure. But anywho, once again, love you guys. Thank you so much for joining me. Once again, I am the Light of the Leo. Keep your light shining. Bye-bye.
Bye, y'all.
Y'all like that? Keep your light shining? I'm gonna do that.
I like that.